We as a people have realized that there was dwindling of education, performance of students. We realized there was falling standards of education. So when this program came and we started it, a lot of stakeholders realized and saw that this was a good process that was going to help us improve upon the performance of the learners. We thought we had it all, and we go out thinking we were professional teachers. Of course we are, but there is something still missing. There is a gap. There is a difference between what you know, and that is the knowledge you have, and the practice. I see the practice aspect to have been lost in our system, the way we used to train teachers. But with the intervention of the external trainers, that gap is being filled up with the practice. And that is what I see as an added value to me as a teacher trainer.
Okay. How big were the groups?
We started this program in 2013, where we had some external trainers coming from the University of Amsterdam and then Edukans, who came to support us train about 14 basic schools with some number of circuit supervisors and partner organizations, including some tutors of teacher education. And it is aimed at addressing or supporting the teachers to address their teaching and learning skills and techniques. It's basically on what we call active teaching and learning. It is a process where teachers try to put the learner at the center of the teaching and learning process.
Child-centered method is simply a method in which the teacher acts as a facilitator, not a lecturer or a teacher as we used to know. The teacher guides the children. The children are involved in a lot of activities. The teacher does less as compared to what we were doing previously before the training. And demonstrate to the class the first picture. You ask a question, the children are sitting. They don't even understand, they don't even know what to answer. But when we involve the children in the learning process, you ask a question and it's simple. It makes the teachers work very simple.
When we started a training, we learned a lot of things. We came to understand that teaching really means getting the pupils involved in teaching and learning activities. From the beginning, we didn't know that. So all we did was just teach.
In Microsoft Office, we go to where, yes?
But now, we have made teaching so practical that the kids participate, do almost everything themselves. They do more of the talking and more of the activities, and we just stay and watch them learn. Yeah, and that has motivated us even to teach better.
Ghana won the cup. It's not that Ghana won the cup. The cup is for the whole nation. It's not for Ghana.
Students are able to produce. First, you could see some children, maybe the ability to speak is there, but production was very poor. But because of this program, that is the active learning approach, children are put in groups. That is mixed ability, so that the fast learners in the classroom help their colleagues in the class, so that they also learn from them. So the program has been a very successful one, and I derive my satisfaction from the knowledge that they brought, and we have all benefited from it.
In the past, the supervisor will sit in a corner with a pen and paper, just write whatever he sees about the lesson and come to talk about it. But in this program, we have introduced the use of video, where the lesson is filmed and the teacher is made to see him or her own lesson being played. You play it to the teacher can watch it, you make it available to the teacher, as and when he or she wants, he can look at it, and it gives practical feedback to the teacher. He's able to see whether his students were on task or off task. He's able to see the activities that are going on, whether they are in relation with the objectives of the lesson or not. You don't need to talk much. The video talks a lot to the teacher.
What I would suggest for improvement next time is maybe try to vary more on your motivation. So if you
When the
vary
feedback is given, other teachers have the opportunity to contribute. They see your weaknesses and then they make positive remarks, and then your successes, they encourage you to improve. And as an individual, I feel very good. And from that feedback, I build my next lesson, I build upon that feedback, and I believe my lessons are always better than they were.
The marker, and the force that attracts the marker down is what? Gravitational force.
For that training, is it a savior that just came to just intervene on our, should I say, our career or our work? Because we were always getting so frustrated in the field that we were in. We felt like it was a wrong career that we had chosen. But when I was part of the IBIS training for years now, I've been able to learn a lot. Within a particular lesson of 1 hour, I'm able to use about 4 to 5 learning activities. And at the end, you see that even the class is so lovely, and if you want to stop, the students are not willing for you to even leave the class.
Can you tell us briefly what you have been learning from Madam, or the ways she teaches you?
Yes. One way from one, like she was teaching, but sometimes we're not doing group studies, or you should allow it to be in groups. After that, you explain to your colleagues. So because of that, some people feel shy. They cannot talk in the whole class. But when you are in group, we are not many. Some people will get the opportunity to talk, and you explain for the whole group to understand.
So what does that mean to you in terms of learning? Are you learning better than before?